Hi everyone. Here is CSA number 5. Definitely getting heavier. Doesn't look as big, but it's getting heavier. Um, they had these last year. These are the long beans. So they're just like green beans, different colors, but very, very long. So you eat them and cook them just like green beans. But I actually last year cut them into normal sizes. We didn't eat them like this, but maybe this year we will. Sean would get a kick out of that one. And it's pretty cool. You have the different types of beans too, the colors. You know. And then I got two kales. I got the purple Russian and the lacinato. They did have curly kale. Enough. They did have curly kale. Yeah, Paulo keeps taking the baby tomatoes like they're toys. And then I find little cherry tomatoes all over my floor in the morning. So he can't play this time over here. So I put the chair over there for him. But yes, they have the curly kale, and I'm not a fan of the curly, but I do like the purple Russian. I do like lacinato. I think purple Russian is my favorite. And this one's definitely tougher than the one I got last time. But again, I cooked them down, the Holy Quartet, plus some nutritional yeast. Really like that. And then I have that with eggs or on the side of other food. It could be breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then we got a purple head of lettuce, red leaf lettuce. Yeah, I wish it was bigger or they had more, but that's fine. I have some arugula in my garden, so I mix it with that. And then you can also put in pea shoots. I didn't know that you could still grow peas in the heat of the summer because my pea plants are done and I got rid of them. But the pea shoots, you can actually eat them raw in a salad, or you can saute them with olive oil, salt, and pepper, and of course garlic if you want. Yeah, it's a really interesting. I actually did try to do pea shoots out of my garden, but I guess you have to pick the thinner part of it because I picked a real rough fibrous one and didn't work out too well. And then they had white and red or purple radishes. So I actually got one that had a combination. Some of them were either all white or some of them were all purple. So I figured I'd give that a try. I sliced them thin and put them in salads. Oops, let's go back here. Two nice, beautiful zucchini. I usually make something I like to call quiche squares. So it's not in a crust, but you actually add the pancake baking mix from Trader Joe's, so kind of like a Bisquick, to the eggs, onions, garlic, lots of herbs, and then the shredded zucchini. No, actually sliced zucchini, not shredded zucchini. And then you bake it so it comes out like a crustless quiche, but I guess the baking mix in it kind of holds it together so it's not as eggy. It's really, really good. So I haven't made it in a while and I would like to do that. And then it freezes very well too. And then I put it in the toaster oven for breakfast. So you're getting vegetable for breakfast. Really, really tasty. I call them quiche squares. Some places call them zucchini squares or egg squares or something like that because you make them in a big tray and you slice them into squares. So I do want to do that with the zucchini. Hopefully, I think that might be enough, the two big ones. And then these are actually, I thought it was broccoli. I was like, ooh, purple broccoli, but then I couldn't find any florets. And the girls said, no, these are actual like kale sprouts. So I guess the beginning of kale, and they just cut it at the root almost, and then she said you saute and eat them like that. So I was like, oh, interesting. So I got 4 of them. Gonna play with that. Got purple potatoes. So potatoes are starting to come out. More beets. And then beautiful tomatoes. Beautiful tomatoes. Make a bruschetta or start, if I don't eat them fast enough, you start storing them in the freezer in a Ziploc bag so you can make delicious sauce. I got some cherry tomatoes. I do the same thing with them. If I don't eat them fast enough, freeze them in a Ziploc, ready for sauce. let's go here. Fire roasted tomato salsa. So they make salsa, and this is the fire roasted tomato. That's why it comes out so brown looking. Delicious. Sprout of the week is sunflowers. And then over here, which they bagged for us already, got okra. Okra. So I love eating the okra roasted. It gets rid of that gooey, slimy stuff in the middle. Again, the Holy Quartet in the oven. I'll throw whatever vegetables I have. So I'll throw onions in it or fennel. I've thrown poblano, sorry, no R in there. Poblanos in there. And the slime comes out when you roast them. And then, of course, you top it with some Parmesan cheese. Delicious. And then in this bag, more green beans, but of normal size. Yeah. Well, I know we like roasting them, seeing you get a whole bunch of different colors. Ooh, delicious. Just eating the rainbow. Oh, look at these fat ones. So, yeah, I'll do that with the long beans over there. Maybe I won't cut the long beans. And then we got mushrooms again. So one of these was in the share, but then I bought the two others. So this is lion's mane. I think I showed that to you before. Looks almost like, I gotta clean this. Sorry, I had to clean the lens. Oh my God, should I shoot the video all over again? So lion's mane, I don't think it can focus on it. But yeah, it looks like cauliflower. Look at that. Lion's mane. But it was delicious. I sauteed it and made it with eggs. I love eggs with just mushroom and onions. I also like them on burgers. And then this one is Italian oyster. Look at that. Italian oyster. Again, they all taste the same pretty much. Just a different texture. Some are thinner, like the lion's mane when you cook it up has a denser, thicker taste to it. And then, of course, the shiitake. Love it, love it, love it. Mushrooms and onions on burgers. Mushrooms and onion on eggs. Love those. Great combinations. So that's it for CSA number 5. Hope you got a lot of ideas. I hope I inspired you. Look up a CSA, Community Supported Agriculture. It's when you purchase a share of a local farm, and they're usually organic. And it's always best to eat fresh and in season. And so you're supporting your local farmers as well as getting a variety of vegetables in season at their peak nutrition and local, brought to you so they're ripe and not picked or harvested beforehand and then ripened in a truck on the way to the supermarket. And it is absolutely delicious and nutritious, and I lost my words. There was something else I was going to say, but it's a great way to support your local farmer and get the best benefits out of food that isn't laced with chemicals and pesticides and stuff like that, and can't get any better than that. So I hope you have a great day and see you in the next video. Hey guys, so tonight's dinner is inspired by the Pioneer Woman. I was watching one of her older videos where she did chicken 4 ways, and she did an Italian sheet pan chicken, but I'm not using the same dressing as her. So what I did do is I made the basil dressing. I upgraded to a magic bullet. The basil dressing that goes to the pasta salad that I made in a previous video. And then from the CSA, I'm using the purple potatoes, but I also got some russet potatoes from Whole Foods because these potatoes were not enough for the family of 5. And I'm using the green beans from my CSA as well. And I'm going to use those long ones too. So, but I don't know, maybe I won't cut them. I think I'm going to leave them whole. And then I had boneless, skinless chicken thighs from Whole Foods, and it's already marinating in some of the basil dressing. And literally, so all the vegetables, the green beans and the potatoes, they're all going to marinate in the basil dressing. And I'll post a link below where I actually made it, and I'll also post the recipe again. And then it all goes in the oven. So everything's marinated with the same thing, one sheet pan, right in the oven. And that's dinner tonight. So look at that. I ended up having to put it on 2 trays, which is fine. So any leftover potato, which I'm pretty sure there's going to be, because look at the amount that there's there. Leftover potatoes and green beans can always get stored and used with another dinner like steak or grilled chicken. So I'm going to put it in a 425-degree oven. I think she said for about like 20-25 minutes. And then for the last 10 minutes while it's baking, Pioneer Woman said to tear up some bread and then drizzle it with olive oil, which I'm doing a garlic olive oil. And then you put it on the pans. So they're like large croutons, and then they get all crispy and yummy. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put them on the pans, drizzle olive oil on them, and let them crisp up for the last 10 minutes of the cooking. Look at that. And it's still sizzling. I put it under the broiler for a few minutes to get it nice and golden and crunchy. And now I'm going to sprinkle it with some Parmesan cheese. Actually, it's Pecorino Romano. And then this one. Look at that. Yeah, I was watching Pioneer Woman. I'm like, you know what? Oh my God. Actually, she instead of potatoes, she did green beans and tomatoes. So I did the green beans and potatoes because I got them from the CSA, the purple potatoes, the green beans from the CSA. And then I had some crusty bread and chicken thighs. She actually used, I think, chicken thighs on the bone with skin in them, and these are boneless, skinless. But yeah, that's what's for dinner tonight. I thought for sure I would have a lot of potatoes and green beans left over for another meal, and that's just not the case. I think I only have like, chicken's gone. And I think there's only like some potatoes and green beans left for like a lunch. But I'm glad they liked it. As you can see, they loved it. It's going to be coming back. I didn't do the balsamic vinaigrette that the Pioneer Woman did because I know balsamic vinegar is a strong taste and my boys aren't crazy about it. So I did that basil vinaigrette. But I'll post the recipe, or I linked it last time. I got to check it out. But I did that. I either linked it or posted. I think I linked it. The basil vinaigrette dressing recipe. And that's what I marinated in. So I hope you recreate this and let me know. Or you have other ideas of sheet pan chicken dinners. I think it was like no, it's not the first time. Usually I do chicken scarpiello, which is like potatoes, peppers, onions, chicken, and sausages. Big Italian dish. So I've done that before. And I mean, these sheet pan dinners are so easy. So I don't know why I don't do them more often. But it was really good. See you in the next video. Bye.